fans see this as, and what they hear mostly from teams and from, media analysts, and I guess you can throw me into there. They hear, hey, this guy's going to be this, and they hear going to be, not might be, could be. They hear going to be, whether that's what I say or they just ignore the could be part, and they think, whoa, Jared Kelenic could be, Jared Kelenic is going to be a 6-win guy. Jared Kelenick's going to be a poor man's Cody Bellinger. Jared Kelenick's going to be Cody Bellinger. Even if somebody said, hey, maybe he has a chance to be, 80% of what Cody Bellinger's, they're going to hear, oh, he's going to be. Whether that's said or not. So some of it's because, the fans excited. And I get it. This isn't blaming the fans, but that's what happens. It happens a lot. Media analysts ultimately do a bad job, and teams do a bad job describing the likely end result. And fans are still always going to latch on to the star potential. And to be honest with you, clubs are never going to discuss anything, with their players, young players and the veterans. We think this guy is pretty good, or we think this guy could be pretty. They're only going to say things like that. You don't want Jerry Dipoto saying, well, we think Julio Rodriguez has a chance to be good, but there's a good chance that he turns out to be just okay. Like that's never going to happen. GMs and front office folks and managers and coaches, they're never going to talk like, you don't want them to talk like that. There's no point in that. So it really leaves it up to folks like me or like a Keith Law on a bigger scale, who regularly discuss prospects to make sure that we don't lead fans to believe, the most likely end result is the ceiling, because that's not true. The most likely end result for Jared Kelenic is not his ceiling, and that is true for every single prospect, period. And B, that anything but that is bad, because Kelenic could fail to reach his ceiling and it could still be a wild success. And then I think C would be that the overall chances of anything but failure are higher than anything else, because, man, failure is so much more. I mean, that's the nature of baseball in general. What's the old saying? If you're a 300 hitter, you're good, and that's failing 7 times out of 10. And I think if we update that, if you get on base 35% of the time, that's still 65% failure. But 35% is really good.